Yo, caution to the wind, I'm about to go in. One of the chosen to flow, and now I need no pen. This is the new scripture, listen and bear witness. Life's victim that found the truth in the fiction. Roots of wisdom that pass the ceilings. Have some secrets and past revealing. Savage images enter. Tragic endings to stories that lead to nothing but watching the blood spilling. Source willing, I can find a balance between this green machine and things I manage. I ain't make it yet, but I have no regrets. I'm moving forward and do whatever it takes to get where I wanna be. So where you wanna see, what you wanna do, who you wanna be, how you wanna live. You prepared to give the effort it'll take. Can't be afraid of mistakes. I'm chasing the greats and I'm making my fate. See, we raising the stakes, cause they be raising the rates. You say you hungry, but I don't see you scraping the plate. You talking timing, but I don't see you making them dates. On time, come on, we online. And I ain't trying to wait to shine or waste my prime. I face this grind like every last second's the last breath that I have left in this past regret. Let me show you how we make them moves. Let me show you how we break them rules. Let me show you how we do what we do. So let me show you. Let me show you how we make them moves. Let me show you how we break them rules. Let me show you how we do what we do. So let me show you. When we go when we go when we show you how we make them moves. Let me show you how we break them rules. Let me show you how we do what we do. So let me show you. Come on, tell me what you wanna do. Come on, tell me what you wanna do. Wanna do. Come on, tell me what you wanna do. Come on, tell me what you wanna do. Wanna do. Come on, tell me what you wanna do. Come on, tell me what you wanna do.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another segment of Henry Parker Presents. And with me, I have the one, the only, Vid the Visionary.
How's it going, Henry?
Finally, at long last, man. At long last. We talked about this for a while,
That's
right?
true, that's
Right?
true,
So,
that's true, yeah.
So be it. So,
I know, right? Here we are. That's crazy,
so
right?
first, give me a little bit of your background.
Sure. So, I mean, what would you like to know? Where should I start?
All right, how did you get into this game as such?
Okay, sure. So, honestly, I got into hip hop in general when I was probably like 11 or so. I was in a foster home at the time, and it was one of those places where, so right before that I was in a place I didn't like.
Okay.
And I got to this place, and then they treated me a lot better. And every morning they would be, playing hip hop music in the morning, and basically, it was just a great experience. So that got me interested in it, and definitely one of the things that I really appreciated about it was I felt like after hearing all this other music, like my dad used to listen to classical, and my mom listened to like Earth, Wind and Fire and stuff like that. I felt like this was a medium where I didn't have to sing good. I didn't need an instrument. All I had to do was be smart enough to put the words together a certain way, and then I could participate in all the other genres.
Now, specifically, which artists were your inspiration?
So when I really started to get heavy into it, Royce the 5'9" was a big inspiration for me. He's someone that I've modeled a lot of my style after. Obviously still myself, but definitely that was like a standard, a bar for me. Before that, I mean, the basic. I heard like Biggie songs, Pac, Jay-Z was playing a lot, Mace at the time, and the Bad Boy, and California Love, and that's when I grew up around that time. So
Now,
obviously Eminem when he came out,
now, out of curiosity, were you ever inspired to like take up an instrument?
Yeah, so you know what? In like middle school, I played the trumpet a little. In high school, I played a little piano, a touch, but I never really first and foremost, I didn't have the resources to have a damn instrument. You know what I mean? So so that wasn't really an option, even if I wanted to.
Depends on what instrument, so.
Right, I guess so. But that's just kind of how it felt. So that was a barrier of it in itself. But I mean, I enjoyed playing the trumpet. That was a lot of fun. Piano is it's a beautiful, beautiful instrument. But I just
So,
commend. I just
put it this way,
commend.
put
I
it this
commend
way,
those that
put it this
play.
way,
You know.
if you went to a club
Props.
and you got a bolt, it's something you can't take with you.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. You ain't nobody taking the piano. You know. So, yeah, man. I mean, I've thought about it, but at the same time, I really love being able to just get a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen, and then just boom, I can make a song.
I would say most of your music that I've heard is on the conscious side.
Okay. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Would you say that's by accident or design compared to what's out there now?
I'd say definitely by design. You know, not that I'm trying to be specifically in a category or anything, but it's more just the way I grew up, the era I grew up. It was really important for you to be able to back up what you say.
Because a lot of artists, they may not live a particular lifestyle,
Right.
but
they say,
promote
right.
a whole.
And
that
I mean-
stuff is geared toward what I call the deaf, the dumb, and the blind.
Right, because they can't tell whether or not. I mean, you know, just for me personally, I see that all the time, but for me personally, it was always super important to be able to back up what I say. So, because when I was growing up, people are going to challenge you. People are going to test you. So, if you can't back it up, then then a whole other slew of problems come with that. So, that was always important for me.
Now, what sort of creative process do you go through when you put something together?
I mean, it kind of depends, but
I mean, do you like? Do you like stop and like certain verses?
do it all
from
at
that
once,
just
or-
recorded?
I would say that in general, I can write whenever. However, definitely there are times where I get inspired by something that happens or something specific that I see or whatever, and that might get me kind of like on a concept, right? And that's more what'll dictate how the song goes, the concept and or the beat. You know, when I was younger, I would just write and then try to find a beat. But as I got older, I decided that I would rather customize the writing to the beat.
Okay.
Because it would allow for a more expansive song. The song's a little more, in depth, a little more detailed, because I'm paying attention to how the beat's going. So that's a big thing, like.
Now, do you find you sample a lot of old school music, or?
I honestly just I just pick out whatever sounds good, feels good. I'm not like really adept at certain music knowledge. Like I wouldn't sit here and try to pretend like I know everything and all these different, right, and all these, I'm very I just kind of go with what I encounter, so if I find something and there's all these beats, I'll just pick out ones that I like. I tend to like beats that I feel like have, I guess what I call a big sound, which just makes me think of orchestra-esque type of thought process, but not necessarily orchestra sound, but the idea of those layers of sound, and these different, it goes up, it goes down, and crescendos, and it slightly changes, and so I like beats like that, that have lots of pieces.
Have you ever thought of taking up a course of studying music, or you don't want to tamper with your creativity?
Nah, I think I could always add to it and learn more. I've contemplated stuff like that. At the same time, at the moment, just where I'm at right now, there's other things I'm trying to learn that I'm focused on, which is more like the marketing, the promotion.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
How do you deal with the business aspect?
I mean, that's literally where I'm at now. I feel like I spent, 10 so years just learning how to make music, at least the way I can make it. And now I'm at a point where I'm learning how to put it out there and really get it heard.
Now, do you see yourself going in more of the self-promotional aspect as such? Like, you may say, all right, no one's hiring me to do this, this, and this, right? I'll sponsor my own thing, and the proceeds I get from the door, this and this, I can also have X amount of other people that I run with perform also.
Right. Well, I would say that definitely I'm getting to a point where I'd like to get more into sponsorship, get more into, businesses and seeing how I can get more involved with those types of things. Even currently, I just started kind of working with different local factions, just trying to learn, kind of add, assist, give what I can, and also just learn what I can.
Okay.
So no, I wouldn't just stick to just self-promotion.
Okay. Now, we were talking earlier about this video concept.
Yeah.
So let's
All right, yeah, sure. So
hit me with it.
got you, man. So me and some friends of mine, there's this place that we currently have that we're kind of thinking of holding some events at. And basically the way the space is set up, it has kind of a little staging area, and it has these 2 giant projector screens that are like as big as the wall. They're huge. So my idea was essentially I want to kind of do sort of an open mic idea, but instead of just it being an open mic, I want to have people come in, sign up, people who have a music video specifically that they want to show and promote, come in, sign up. We play their music video on the big screen, right? Everyone who's there kind of rates from 1 to 10 how they feel about the video. And then at the end of it, whoever has the highest scores, the top 3, get to actually perform that song with the video playing behind them. And kind of,
Obviously, what comes first, the music or the video, or how do you balance that out?
So, I mean, usually what I'm used to is the music comes first and then you make the video. However, I'll say that one of the more up-and-coming artists, Joyner Lucas, he was, I heard in some interview he did, he was saying that he would actually come up with the concept of the video first.
That's it.
And be like setting up the video, what he wants the video to be, and then writing.
There's music to go with.
So I was like, wow, that's interesting. Yeah, so that's definitely different. So usually I would do music first, video, but clearly
to me, that would make sense.
Yeah, I think that's the general way, but
some people are that creative.
Yeah, some interesting, so.
Now, of all the artists that you associate with, right? Would you say, what percentage of them put out videos with their music?
Oh,
Because technically, that's not an easy thing to do in some cases.
Yeah, it can be tough. It definitely costs money. It's expensive unless you have someone dedicated and then dedicated to you, because it takes a lot of time and effort to put together a video. I guess I would say could be like 50-50, if just off the top of my head, if I'm, not trying to be the most accurate, whatever. But yeah, almost like a 50-50 type of thing where.
Because most of them, would you say they feel that once they put out a song, they have to have a video to go with it, pretty much, or that's an individual thing?
I feel like that's kind of becoming the standard, and it kind of is the standard today, but at the same time, not everybody has that resource or whatever the case may be, so some people aren't worried about that, but definitely it's something that people look for, and if you have it and it's quality, you gain rapport, and you gain credibility if you have something like that. So I'm happy. I'm very, blessed and proud to have some videos that I feel are high quality, and I can kind of show to people as a type of resume for what I do. So yeah, man.
So now when you go to like different club owners, because Boston's never been big with this
right
Satan,
yeah.
They always got the misconception of the thug element, but when you come at them with the conscious thing, how do they generally react?
So I think the truth is you have to get the opportunity before they're gonna know.
Right.
Essentially, so.
It's just a hard part, right?
Right, exactly. Getting them to even agree to it before they even know. Even if you ask them to check something out, doesn't mean they're gonna. So, but if you're there performing, then they hear it, then they're like, oh, this is good, nice. So I would just say there's a few places out there, out here that do embrace the hip hop element and do have allow shows and such, and kudos to those platforms, but
give them a shout out.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yaz's place, Dublin House, Sammy's Patio, Hard Rock Cafe actually let us do a show not that long ago. What else? There's a lot of places. I mean, there's some spots in Lynn. I was just at an event with Rec Shop at Bonefish Harry's. That's in Lynn. There's a lot of the Opus. That's, I think, in Salem. There's some places. There's some places that do it. It's just a matter of us spreading it even more so that it's just universally accepted, you know, and it's just people understand like, yo, this is music, this is real, this is the biggest genre right now currently in the world.
Now,
you know,
just out of curiosity, have you ever had the chance to perform with a live band behind you?
I haven't got a chance to perform with a live band. However, I have done a few songs and recorded with a live band and done some songs where it was just instruments. So
now, what is the difference between what you do and what they call, back in my generation, we called it poetry. Nowadays, it's spoken word. It's like, okay. Is it much of a difference?
I mean, other than having a beat behind it, I guess.
Same thing.
Right? You know, I mean, it is. It really is, you know, it's poetry. Essentially, it's poetry with music behind it, you know? So, yeah, man.
So, now that hip-hop has become mainstream these days, right? Growing up, did you ever think it would become mainstream the way it is now?
Oh, for sure. For sure. Even when people were like, oh, this is going to be fad, I'm like, how? It's already. Because, you know, when I'm growing up, when I even got into hip-hop, it was like just after the whole Biggie Pac death happened. You know, I just got into it right after that. Okay. So I already could see that it was huge even before people still gave it the respect that it's starting to get.
You didn't think it'd be commercial the way it is now, though, right?
I mean, I already felt like it had aspects like that, you know. Yeah, man. I mean, and obviously as a youth at the time, it sounded good to me. So I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever, you know. So, yeah. I mean, definitely. I personally, yeah, I thought for sure. Like, there's no question in my mind.
Now, where do you see yourself going artistically within the next 3 to 5 years?
So, I mean, I definitely want to be touring, you know, at least nationwide, if not globally. I want to get some songs on the charts, you know, maybe get nominated for a couple awards, something like that. We'll see. They don't have to be the Grammys, but, you know, things that I haven't done. More than anything, I want to have new experiences.
Such as?
Like I just said.
Okay.
Right? Touring like that, the way I was talking about, getting awards or at least getting nominated for something would be definitely a feat. Get on the charts, get on the Billboard 100 or something like that.
Now, how do you go about getting yourself promoted to get?
Well, that's what I'm working on, isn't it? So.
I don't know if there's, it all deals, I guess, with having your music played on different radio stations, etc.
Yeah, and channels, just different. Well, no, you can get on the charts just by your music getting played a lot. Like if people are playing it to the point where it just, like that happened with this artist Russ, for instance. You know, he just got big by having a fan base, and like all the industry people were like, "Who the hell is this guy?" You know, and he was like, "All right, well, I can still go sell out a stadium anytime." You know, it's got nothing to do with industry people. So that was an interesting, you know, I was like, wow.
So he got big underground, right?
Right, but I mean, yeah, in a way, it's weird. Like he does mainstream numbers, and I mean, he is in the mainstream eye now. But like, yeah, in a way, it's weird. Yeah, it's cool though because it's like it shows you this. You don't have to do one specific. Everyone has a path, their own path. Just follow your path. Do the things that you love because even when it gets hard, you'll still do it. If you're doing it for a different reason, you're gonna quit because it's like, why am I doing this? But if you love it, you're like, yeah, but I think I'm still gonna go do this anyway. You know what I mean? Like even if you're like, damn, all this and that, but you're like, yeah, but I still want to do it though. I don't really care. So, you know, that's what it works for me, you know. I just love to create things.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
so.
Well, what would you like to tell your adoring fans out there?
I mean, I guess I would just say, follow me at VidVision21 on social media. Google Vid the Visionary to check out some of my videos. I have videos on YouTube. I have songs on Spotify and Apple. There's a recent one I just dropped right now. Make sure y'all check that out. And yeah, just stay tuned.
What advice would you give to some young people that want to get started in this business?
I think the best advice I could probably give people, considering I'm still in a certain position myself, but I do feel like I have progressed a lot,
Right.
is just do it. Don't worry about perfection and oh, it's not good enough, and oh, I have to have this, I have to have that. I can't do it because I don't have this and that. Like, kill all the reasons why you can't. Pick up on what you do have, use that, do whatever it is you're trying to do to the best of your ability with what you have now, and I guarantee new resources will come in from you doing with what you have. So, in essence, just do it. Do it right now. Like, just go. You know.
And with that, my brother, like I said, we've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, man.
And with that, stay black.
Board who ready for the climb up. A long road, no telling where we gon' wind up. My mind plus others in the lineup. Finding ways to shine, making rewind us. And I'm primed up, always on the grind up. With the kind of rhymes designed from trust. Undust the old school new tip. Same hits, just a captain with a new ship. But improve with the tools of a few tips. So I'm dropping jewels of true music. I just wanna hit a bass hit. Let the drums build heartbeat racing. Yeah.